Hello, I'm Jeremy, Service Manager of VIP in West Lebanon, New Hampshire. When a customer comes into VIP, it's an experience starting with walking the customers out to the car, getting all the information, getting feedback from the customer, kind of feeling the customer out on how their driving conditions are, how it may affect their car, or maintenance interval schedules that may be coming up, alerting any safety concerns, just creating that transparency with the customer. To VIP, a certified automotive professional means somebody VIP can rely on to get the job done right the first time, creating a comeback or a lifetime of customers in the future. My favorite part of the job, really seeing a customer genuinely smile when the service that they get done is completed the right way at a fair price. You just earned an automotive customer for life.
Good afternoon, good evening, good morning. Jason here, Signature Esports, and a pleasure it is to have you live and in charge for some Chop Shop Racing Championship Series. It is getting ready to kick off here live on Signature Esports, Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, VIP Tire and Service, giving you all the action today for the Chop Shop Racing Leagues. It has come down to 4. From all of it. I missed it last week, folks. Those who didn't know, I had some days going on. Personally, had to take last week off, so I do apologize about that. It was a great race last week. We heard some good things about what was going on, but today it is all about the finale, the finito, the one, the only champion for the VIP Tire and Service Truck Series Championship. And we're going to see who is going to be that. 4 drivers competing for the top notch and that heavy belt. And they're going to be on your screen here shortly. Take a look at your race information for your championship race, though, because that is exactly what you're here for. Race information today. Maybe might work. Hold on. Let's cancel, refresh. I have to refresh some stuff, apparently, folks. So give me just a second. And we'll make sure it's going to be working for you. Let's make sure it lines up. Gotta make sure it's lining up for me as well. Bear with me, it's supposed to be working. Apparently it is not working, so give me just a second. I will take a look and see why. There's some things that should be popping up on your screen for you and for me, and it's not popping up for me. I've got nothing going on for the live stream. Bear with me, folks. Doing some refreshing here. Two types of championships here today, actually, as well, folks. Just so that you know, one of those championships being the regular season championship, and then they also have the best of the rest, which is I think is a really cool aspect of what they've got going on. So we'll see. That is that stuff. Let me fix that. Bear with me. Well, that's unfortunate. Stuff's kind of happening. Well, what a way to go out at the end of the season. That's for darn sure. Bear with me, folks. I'm gonna get this figured out. I'm gonna load in another project here, folks. So just bear with me. Let's see if this one will work. Because our SDK live hosting is not working right now, and I'm trying to figure out why it's not working, because it's not working on your end or my end. It's kind of frustrating. So bear with me. Aggie, thank you for the like. I need to check the forums. Something's going on with the SDK overlays. Everything's was working earlier, but it's not working now. So I'm gonna have to figure this one out real quick, folks. All right, I got that part. I can at least do this. How's that going? All right. I won't be able to see it on my end, but that's okay. I'm gonna utilize what we're doing here. 134 laps, 100% fuel. I was able to at least get that part taken care of. 4 sets of tires. Stage is going to be a lap 30, 60, and 134. Thank you for the share, Mr. Mark. I appreciate you very much. The Redkin man out there. 1.48 miles in length. It is Homestead Miami Speedway. We're going to have a ton of fun with this one. Of course, ChopShopIRacing.com for all of your history and everything that is going on with that. Absolutely a pleasure to see you all out there. Thank you so much. If you haven't done so, reach up, hit the like, the follow, subscribe button on Facebook, Twitch, YouTube for all of your iRacing, gaming, esports action. We're through a lot. If you missed it earlier, I had some frustrations with Star Citizen, which is, the normality of the game. So we try to do that. James Maderud, give us a like. Thank you, Mr. Maderud. I look forward to seeing you get out there. Here is a look at your championship standings, and this is kind of important here. Actually, let me bounce over to the championship standings. I need to send all of that over to our to the on-screen display. So bear with me. TJ Krover, Adam Pettit, Cam Dario, and Michael Strickland all on the championship. I know it says championship 8 because, well, that didn't switch over for me, but those are your championship 4. And one of those drivers is going to walk away today with a championship, and that is the most important factor that you can see going into today's race. There you go, championship 4, TJ Krober, Adam Pettit, Cam Dario, and Michael Strickland. Those drivers will be green in the number column, so when you see those drivers pop up there in the timing tower, they should show up as green. Bradley giving us a follow out there. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Chris giving us a like as well. Thank you, sir. I appreciate you. And the next championship standings you're going to see are the best of the rest drivers. Coulter Jr., Daniel Dow, Nathan Nixon, Joseph Thompson, all leveled out. They're all competing for the best of the rest, and they're going to be the orange numbers on your screen. You're going to be able to keep up with those. Whichever of those drivers finish ahead of each other are going to be those specific series champions. Now, the best of the rest get a little extra bonus for finishing out the season, but the regular season championship is up for that bonus as well. So, 2 champions, but the one that matters is going to be the season champion. They've battled for points. They've had hard battles. They've had good racing all season long, and it's going to be a ton of fun to watch what these drivers do according to us and according to what they have going on. Speaking of which, I want to make sure that I do have the numbers showing up like they should, so bear with me on that one. You might see me test some things out here in just a moment because the starting grid's getting ready to happen for you. Speaking of that, there it is. Michael Strickland, Adam Pettit, TJ Krober, Mark O'Dell's going to make up your front 2 rows. Striker getting the final pull of the truck series here, and it's going to be loading in with some heavy drivers behind him. John Hammond, Nathan Biggert to make up row number 3. Colby Hartung and Matt Magrum make up row number 4. Cam Dario is going to have Nathan Nixon there, row number 5. Daniel Dow, Michael Caffrey in row number 6. Homestead Miami Speedway is one of my favorite tracks when it comes to running championship racing. Well, there you go. That's exactly what you want to see. As you want to see, I know that Phoenix is kind of the step up now, but I'm a bigger fan of Homestead as the final track. I know Atlanta used to be it, but I think Homestead is it's a different kind of racetrack. It's a different driver's track. Brad David is going to make up row number 7. Sean Kosher is going to have Joseph Thompson, row number 8. Greg Whitehead and Brandon Porter going to make row 9. Anthony Shook, Jerry Culver, row 10. Joseph Grahoff is going to be out there with Mr. Spicy. With Stephen South, Bob Garofalo in row number 12. Down the starting grid we go just a little bit more. Row 13 is going to be Nick Casey. Michael Madden's going to have Mark Retkin and Chris Roberts to their rear. Philip Caffrey's going to pick up the tail end of the field. Some drivers getting some penalties, of course. And speaking of which, I want to make sure that I do go ahead and get the driver numbers set like they're supposed to. And I'm also going to bounce out some stuff here that I think is making some issues happen on that. Ange having a baby out there as well. Ange, congratulations. The Roberts family become a godparents. That's pretty darn fantastic. Love to see that. If the SDK gaming HUD is going to actually pop up over like it's supposed to, because it wasn't earlier, and I want to make sure that relay that. It's supposed to be there, folks, and it's not there on my end, at least. So I'm gonna have to really pay attention to. I messed the monitors up, and I moved some things around on the monitor side of things. And that being said, means that I've had to change some things around. Because I've changed some things around, it's really changed some dynamic fundamentals. Now the SDK live timing tower has kind of changed as well. So I don't know. What a way to end the season off. Why not with some difficulties? Not a big deal. Drivers taking some penalties. Several drivers taking some penalties today before they get rolling. 24, 75, 29, 66, 14, 16, all receiving EOLs. The 24 from Talladega and the rest of them from Gateway, which happened just a short while ago. It's all insanity here. Now let's make sure I get the green flag situation happening here. There we're going. There they are. Odell's going to be in black there. Nick Casey's going to be in black. But all the drivers in white are your regular drivers. The green drivers are going to be your championship contenders. And everybody else. And they're good for it. 4 drivers in the field. Looking for some, I think the only driver out of the top 4 that we're not seeing here of the best of the rest is going to be Michael Coulter Jr., who's going to be out of the race today. Not seeing him do anything yet. But we'll see. I'm going to make some changes here for the driver numbers and what they've got going on here, because I want to make sure that you guys can see, you drivers can see everybody like they're supposed to. That is Michael Strickland dropping back to 6th here. TJ Crow is going to be your race leader here as the 15. Takes into the corner. I'm having some issues here. Yep. I thought maybe I was having some issues. I think that was a little glitch happening there. I'm not quite sure where that came from. Adam Pettit's going to be in 2nd. Thank you for the like, Ricky. I appreciate you. Brent Patterson giving us a like as well. Check on the chats. Have a great stream. Thank you, sir. Go Striker, says Jerry Culver. Then like, share, and follow if you're new. Hit the follow button. I appreciate you. Brent, how are you doing as well? Bradley Hogan, get Chris Woodbridge, your sons. God Parent, love to see it. Go Robert, says Brent, all from the same neck of the woods. Let's get that championship. Striker, says Ricky. How am I? I am ready to call it anyway. Says Dennis Grijalva, says Joe. Anybody can win the race. Oh, somebody planted in the wall back here. The drama wasn't starting. Colby Hartung near that sector. Now, where was it? There it is, Colby Hartung. Here to the inside with a 35 of Spicy. There is the Dark Horizon Fishing sponsor, giving us all of the best looks and best ways to go fishing. That's for darn sure. If you haven't checked him out, he's an amazing guy. The Strikester is going to get it, says My Three Sons. That is your Cup Series sponsor. There you are. Drivers in green. Those are the guys. Stages don't matter. It's that final lap. No points. This is all about who finishes better than the next. The biggest mover of the race is still going to get your biggest mover bonus. Ali Kalal, thank you very much. I appreciate you for the like. DJ Krover's going to be out there up front. Adam Pettit's going to be in 2nd. Cam Dario in 3rd. There's the Lucas Oil number 8. Talked to him about a few different things he's gotten. He's a big fan of that driver. There was the truck that was into the wall. Joseph Thompson, one of the best of the rest drivers, bidding his time for an extra day here. Now, I tell you what, he went down pit road, and I wonder if he was forced down pit road. He had the 61 of Philip Caffrey behind him right here. Here's a look at this. It makes me wonder if maybe he just got free on that high side. It's very easy to do. You see it right there. Ooh, a little wind free. 61 doing a great job of avoiding it. He goes down, sideways, locks it into pit road, goes backwards. Able to save it, so he's out there. He's going to be a lap down for sure. As the drivers continue to work. Signature Esports, your platform for sim racing. If you're looking for a sim racer or sim platform to have your races called, I encourage you to get a hold of me. I am booking for the summer. And we are looking forward to seeing more of you out there, more of these leagues out there. Look at some drivers here. There's a lot happening into the corners. 45 of Devin Asuda is right where he started. He's got Brandon Porter up 4. Biggest mover of the race is going to be Nick Casey here in the 86. Sim Speed Shop number 86 Toyota Tundra. The Road to Pro paint scheme up there. 4,300 on the iRating. Giving himself a little 28 action. Chevy City here. Oh, drivers on the bottom. Devin Asuda, John Hammond involved. No caution as of yet. They wrecked on the bottom of the racetrack here. Here's a look at it. 45 right here. I think he gets... Oh, 75 gets right into the back of him. The drive line off for both of them. It was insane. Hammond had a great run here. Well, a checkup in front of John. Nothing he could do about that. That's insane. Still green flag racing against stages at 30-60. They will stop for the stages. That's important. They have a long green flag run to the end. 100% fuel is going to put about 45 to 48 laps at this track. 1.4 second lap time, or 1.48 mile track, so 1.5 mile length in the track time. It's going to be insane to see who's going to have the tires. 4 sets of tires for the driver. 17 there to the bottom side. Cam Dario running the high side. TJ Kroger has a 3/4 of a second lead over that second place for the time being. TJ, if he wants to win it, it's going to have to drive all the way around. 30.83 on the I rating. 30.26 to Adam Pettit. There's Cam Dario in the Chevy. Daniel Dow is going to be the first of the drivers and the best of the rest. And I tell you what, he's got a chance for a victory here as well. A little late start in the series, but he's blossomed as of late. And right now, Nathan Nixon, the only other driver trying to track him down, he's going to be in 6th. Matt Magner is going to be in 5th right now. He's a fast driver. He just missed a couple of races to get himself out of the contention for the championship. But he's another fast driver that is going to be looking for some good action. 88 trying to save tires early. He's going to be pushing no boundaries. Play a smooth sailing, let it battle towards the end. Mark Riddell's going to be in 8th here. Nathan Biggert in 9th. Anthony Shook up 9 as well. He's in that 10 spot. 86 to the inside of the 23. 86 trying to get top 10, maybe find himself into a victory stance. Good movement for all the drivers right now. 23 on the back bumper. Burning up tires is pretty easy here. Nick Casey showing that he's got the steering ratio to move himself up. He's up 15 spots, started 25th. Going to be in 10th here. And on the tail end of the field here, Grijalva back here as well. I think Joe's just trying to play it safe. He's got a little Stuart Haas action in that Ford. A win here still counts for points, folks. Still counts for a little extra time. Counts for a little extra money as well. Championship still battles it out, but race wins. Biggest move of the race. It's all about that extra money. The Bears up 8. He started the very tail end of the field. He's looking at a long track to move forward. There's the 35 of Rich Holland digging into the corner. A little right side damage for Spicy here at Homestead Miami Speedway. We're seeing a little free on the high side. A lot of drivers running that third lane. This is a conventional track. We're seeing unconventional lines when it comes to it. It's a very flat track. Spicy gets up near the wall there, able to avoid it. The big thing about this racetrack is that it has some banking, but it's awkward. It's like every lane has a different set of bank. The very bottom of the racetrack is very flat. The second lane up has roughly 11-degree banking, and then you get into the 18 to 22 sector on that third lane where it seems to run faster on the high side. Cam Dario pulling in some lap times now. He and Adam Pettit closing in some distance here to TJ Kroger, who had led the first 15 laps of the race. Is Michael Strickland going to have to play catch-up here as well. Nick Casey battle for that 10 spot. Sees the 01 of Nathan Biggert to the bottom side. 86 closing down. You see the 01 all the way down to the bottom here. You see that run of speed that the 86 is going to get. Dirty air on the front of the nose will slow him down. This is a racetrack that does play to the driver who's going to be able to hold on. A little position swapping here as the 01 runs the higher side. I do believe that Casey had gotten himself up to that point. And I think that might be where he stalled out. Z01 and Nathan Biggert goes to the outside. Biggert runs higher. Casey drops into the bottom side. Nathan Biggert's going to lose his pace. Little nose damage for the 01. But again, crossing over each other. The 01's going to have the run back to the corner here. It's going to be a battle of attrition, I do believe. 86 to the high side. Might be able to cross over. Not going to do so. Good race so far. 12 laps to go into the stage. DJ Kroger out front. 17 of Adam Pettit looking to close the distance here. As a 17 trying to close in on a championship run. Kroger 17. Candario an opportunity as well. Knocking as he closes down 7 of the distance. I will be right back. I'm going to try one more thing as far as my side goes because I think something's missing on one of my plugins. And I'll be right back. There is the 29, Michael Madden digging in. I am jacking some foros because of things happening with all of our stuff here. Having to reach up and find a live timing HUD. This doesn't seem to be working here. Five laps to go to the stage. It's next time by. Onboard camera's really working for everybody. Thank you, everybody tuning in out there. I hope you're having a fantastic Tuesday night. We love to see you all out there for sure. #21 of Daniel Tao trying to put some moves on. There's the 38 right there with them. Those two competing for their own championship going on. All right, accounts. see. Ernie and 21 digging at each other just a little bit here. Caution comes out for the first time. We'll go and see what happened. Looked like Nick Casey had an issue here at the 29 right in front of him. There's a good plant going on right here. Take a look. This will be a far chase view for you in just a second. Far chase on the high side. Mike Madden to the bottom. It's like the 29 is going to clear. 86 gives him a little bump. And then all of a sudden, boom. Oof. Driver's trying to avoid him. We're going to have to go back just a little further than that. He drives backwards on the racetrack. We'll back up here just a little bit. Nick Casey up 16 spots. He's side by side with Mike Madden here. Mike saved a little bit. And Mike getting a ton of speed out of all of this. Was a part of the championship until last week. 29 to the inside, 86 a little free. They're side by side. 29 gives a lot of room to the 86. Looks like the 86 just a little free as well. 29 drops into the corner. He's tracking down the top 5. That'll be the end of your stage as well. So everybody's coming to pit road. And TJ, I believe, is your 29 a little free, and 86 unable to avoid that. So that's kind of both of them there. More on the 29, I do think, than the 86. So, and it's the way it is. Driver's going to come off pit road. We're going to be back at it here. It's Adam Pettit, your race leader. I believe, again, stages do not matter. So that's one of those things that we don't even care about. We'll take a look and see how Mike's truck looks here. I believe he was probably able to get a lot of it fixed. Long way around the racetrack, but the front straightaway is not that big. Big sweeping turns. We go back to the race information. It's very much like, it's shaped like Martinsville, but 1.5 miles in length with a light edged banking. You can see right there the 3 different lanes as you see the 29 coming off pit road. That is a flat bank. It's not as banked as you would think that some of the super speedways would be. It is only a slight angle, and it does not bode well. So a chance maybe if the 29 needs a little extra damage, he'll come back to pit road. Everybody taking tires and fuel except for one driver. Maybe some right side. Some drivers only taking right side. Stryker, one of those drivers. Cam Dario, one of those drivers as well. 2 drivers in front of him. Adam Pettit, TJ Krober, making up a 14-second pit stop. Matt Magner's going to be with 4 sets of tires as well. Mark Odell will be there in that grand scheme of things. Maybe some drivers thinking about saving a set because 4 sets, not all that much. 134 laps. That's pretty much the end all to be all. Daniel Dow and the 21, first of the drivers of the Best of the Rest Championship Series. Joseph Thompson leaving pit road now. Would have been, let me get rid of that. Would have been the driver looking for that next place. There we go. Now I've fixed the numbers. That's what I was trying to get fixed earlier. Now I'm having to figure out what's going on with the SDK live timing app and what's going on with that. Green flag, we're going back at it. Right now, everybody digging for just a little bit more. Adam Pettit, your race leader. Kroger's going to be in second. Cam Dario in third on the high side. Cam was doing a great job of battling late. Adam Pettit taking over the lead just a little while ago. Finds himself in a precarious situation. They're going to run all the way to lap 60 to be the end of stage 2. And then that dreaded little turn to the end. Drivers who only took 2 tires. Gonna have to make this next stage, maybe keep an extra set. Drivers tied up. Great wide on the back. Let the end of the wall. Looked like Thompson was into the wall and getting back here. Just trying to hold on to it. As this race track just gets louder, just gets meaner. I like it. Had it. Right there in the mix. Brent, good to see you, man. Thank you very much. I appreciate you. What's up, Maj? Good to see you as well. What number's Roberge? Roberge is 98. We encourage everybody to be out there looking on. We'll be back to streaming the Winston Throwback Series Championship tomorrow night. If you've not seen that, that's going to be a ton of fun. I believe I got some commercials to play. We're going to do that, and I'll be right back.
Hello, I'm Jeremy, Service Manager of VIP in West Lebanon, New Hampshire. When a customer comes into VIP, it's an experience starting with walking the customers out to the car, getting all the information, getting feedback from the customer, kind of feeling the customer out on how their driving conditions are, or how it may affect their car, or maintenance interval schedules that may be coming up, alerting any safety concerns, just creating that transparency with the customer. To VIP, a certified automotive professional means somebody VIP can rely on to get the job done right the first time, creating a comeback or a lifetime of customers in the future. My favorite part of the job, really seeing a customer genuinely smile when the service that they get done is completed the right way at a fair price. You just earned an automotive customer for life.
Caution for the second time. Nick Casey still having an issue back here, and not quite sure what happened. Greg Whitehead's going to be your lucky dog here. Significant damage for that driver. Joseph Thompson here as well. See what happened to Nick Casey. Nick rolling the corner, gets to the inside of the 31. 31 trying to come up. Oh, no. Right into the back of Spicy. So 86 running. Wow, Nick is a phenomenal driver. At a head of steam here. Let's far chase this one. 31's running the predictable line. Actually, far chase. There it is. 31's running the predictable line, running the bottom side. There's the 86 carrying the draft. It's going to be trying to roll forward. It's going to put it 3 wide here. As the 31 has to come off the corner. The 31 can't keep it all the way down there. Nick Casey runs that second seam. Not something I typically would see out of Nicholas Casey there. Second caution brought out by that driver, or he was at least involved in. Unfortunate circumstances there. Rich Holland getting some damage out of that, so some of the other drivers may be thinking about coming to pit road. Roberge is coming to pit road. Brad Dove coming to pit road as well. The Farm LLC gives me on white flags every week. But speaking of cautions, well, that's what Spicy does. He gives me my cautions every week as well. There's the man himself, Dark Horizon Fishing. Look up right there in the Virginia area. Talladega on board this week for Iracing. You've not seen that on the official schedule and the NASCAR schedule. Everywhere's at Talladega this week. So if you've got some safety rating to play with, I highly recommend that you do it. I got there at least race once or twice. If not, stay away from it. Where are they at next week? That's what I'd like to know. Where's iRacing at now? Where's NASCAR at next week? Let's look at the series. The trucks. The Craftsman. I like the truck series. That's what I typically run. So Talladega Super Speedway this week. Next week, they're going to be in Dover. Yeah. Then Kansas. Oh, May 2nd. You will see me race a lot in the first week of May. You'll probably see me race. I probably will stream it all. Probably what's going to happen. Probably going to stream me racing. And don't worry. I will give everybody a good show. At least I hope so. This is my favorite track. One, I live next to it. Two, it's a ton of fun to drive. It's got a different race line than most of the mile and a halves. As far as the cookie cutter mile and a halves that you would think. You could run the outside, especially on a long run. It's one of my favorite tracks. So we'll dig it. Speaking of digging it, Adam Pettit still up there. Cam Dario, Mike Strickland taking the right sides only on that last pit stop. Finds themselves back outside of the top 10. Again, a reminder, this is not about the stages here. This is about the end of the race. And right now, Adam Pettit and TJ Krober have led the majority of the front portion of this race. Right now, TJ Krober with the most laps led so far with 26. I'm reading things correctly here. And a whole lot of extra. Second caution, both for incidents. The stage coming up on lap 60. Here's my favorite flag right here. Here's, look at that guy. He's got the biggest, you know, that shoulder's got to be like 47 inches big. Thompson comes around. He's going to get a lap back. And Casey in on pit road getting the car fixed. Ryan, give us a like. Mr. Porter, how are you doing? Brandon's in fourth right now, up 14. Biggest mover of the race is going to be Michael Madden, up 15. Robert's up 6. He was up 14. He decided to come to pit road on lap 39. Took a pit stop, a full pit stop here. All righty. Pitter patter, let's get at her. They're doing it. They're going green. Pettit rolls. Down to the inside of TJ Krober. To the bottom side he goes. Daniel Dow, a driver, no stranger to having opportunities to win here. It's a track you can be aggressive early. If you can get track position, it's a lot like Martinsville. You're going to have to move somebody to make something happen. There's Kobe Hartung back here on the 14. Hartung we know very well from the days of old when it came to the Signature Esports Series. And he is making it work. Speaking of Signature Esports and series that we're involved in, toward the end of May, Winston Throwback Series on Wednesday nights is going to run their Gen 6 series, and it is going to be the Signature Series. We're going to run that on Wednesdays. Coming up, 21 to clear. TJ, we're going to make that work. TJ may have an opportunity here. This is a good battle going on between these drivers. Maybe a time to settle in for TJ Krober. Daniel down to the bottom side. He's going to find that second lane. Adam Pettit had good speed late in the run, but now kind of disrupting a little bit of that flavor. 15 laps to go into the stage this next time by as Anthony Shook tries to make things happen. Colby Hartung still digging in as well. Nathan Nixon drops to the bottom. Grover right there in that bottom lane trying to hook the tires up. 21's going to run the second lane. 15's going to be there to the inside. 21 has 14 to the outside. 14 runs that higher lane. 21's going to be able to get a good run into the corner. 15 may have to push up the corner a little bit. 21 rolls the outside. 3 wide almost to the outside. 14's going to have a big run to the back of the 21 and a bump draft to happen. Big shove down the back straightaway. Or to the front straightaway. Sorry, 21 to the second lane. TJ Krober still trying to dig. Good look at how this one works. Grover still trying to work that race line. He is bad on tires early in the run. 21 able to save under the second lane. That bottom lane eats the tires up worse than the second lane. But the high lane kills your tires more so than anything else. It's where all the marbles set. That is the way this track has always ran. Joseph Graham is going to be up 9 in the 12 spot. Bob Garofalo to 13 rolls. Mike Madden still up 17 as the 29 rebounding from the contact made with Ian the 86 earlier. He's still driving very well. Got a lot of his damage fixed, and so he still finds himself up 17, even with a dinged-in left front. Anthony Shook in the 23 drives to the bottom side of the 01, digs in. Michael Caffrey here, the VIP tire to service 66 from Leitrim, Ireland. The 8 up next to the wall, given a ton of room. Cam Dario was trying to call his shots earlier, but he doesn't really have the tires to make this one work. Ian Stryker tried to, I don't know if they're just trying to take it easy or maybe save a set. Little wall scrape for the 17 there as we got into the corner. 15 digs into the corner himself as they run 1-2. I'm just trying to think of what the extras. I understand saving an extra set. They're only going to have right sides. Maybe thinking about a late race caution. I'm not quite sure. We'll see what happens though. Cam Dario still drops some heavy speed. There's the 28. Behind Cam Dario. 80. Jerry Culver there up high. 3 wide coming out the corner. Back to 2. Double final. As Michael Caffrey still tries to dig into the corner as well. He's got some left side damage. He was looking good just a minute ago. Who hit him? I'm not okay with that. Robert's up 13. John Hammond off 9. Trying to rebound as well. Stryker to his teammate. About 0.6 of a second. John Hammond able to close back down. The distance came in on 28. Roberts came in on 39. Can be the biggest move of the race, but saved his set. Did not. When he came to pit road, I think he only took fuel. Mark Redkin came in and took fuel in the 76 with Riddenauer action from Jefferson City. We've got a lot of folks out there from Jefferson City racing here. So not just here, but some kart racers. I mean, it's interesting to see. 9 laps to go. I'm going to let them have at it. Total on exciting. I'll be right back with you. And later in the stage here, Stryker dropping off 15. Adam Pettit out front by half second over Daniel Dow. Dow is the man, trying to have his best of the rest championship standing stand as well. Seeing Nathan Nixon roll inside the top 5. 38 having a fantastic race. Colby Hartung right in front of him. Grover still trying to dig a little bit more out of that truck, but right now a second off the pace with 4 laps to go. As Adam Pettit leads. Stage 2 about to come to a close. Again, they will stop for the stages, unlike the Xfinity and the Cup Series that runs with Chop Shop Racing. Chop Shop Racing has a lot of folks out there to help. Amar RC is one of them. Amar is not only a painter out there, but he does some race control. AMR.Paintworks is going to be the guy behind the scenes. Fuego Paints, another driver that's out there. VIP Tires and Service, title sponsor for this series. Admin Boxx, Ball of Status, B&B Music, and of course, each and every one of you out there having fun, kicking butt, taking names. Each and every one of you just enjoying the day. Church finally got the internet back up tonight after 4 days. Hey, man, I'm glad to hear it, man. Glad to hear it. Good to see you finally get out there and get it all situated. So that means you're going to be racing, right? It means you're going to be back racing. Like to see it. Skies and the sun is setting here at Miami. Homestead Miami Speedway. The laps are getting longer. Last 5 lap times. Pettit Dow. Dow better on 3 of those laps. 2 to go on the stage. Dow better on 58, but not by much. 3/4 of a second difference now as the 12 runs the bottom side. 21's going to have a last-ditch effort for the next 2 laps. 3 and 4 coming up as they work. Krober 1.7 back, run a little bit higher here. You see Nathan Nixon getting around Colby Hartung. White flag lap for the stage 2 is Adam Pettit trying to close down just a little bit more. Nick Casey back out on the racetrack right now. Showing that I don't quit attitude. 5 laps down, I do believe. 5 or 6 laps down. 6 laps, there it is. Thompson would be your lucky dog the next time by. Bob Caffrey off the pace. Looks like he might be actually out of the race. Yeah, he's going to be out. Day's going to end. Adam Pettit's going to get the stage win. Dow, Krober, Nixon, Hartung, Porter, Biggert, Shook, Madden, Kosher. It's going to be your top 10. Garofalo going to be outside the top 11. Rahalva, Roberge, DeSuna, Culver, your 15 drivers. And I tell you what, Stryker went all the way back to 16th to save a set there. And I'm not sure if that's a good or a bad idea, but that can be troublesome if you think about it. So we'll be keeping an eye on what Stryker does toward the end of this. If he wants a championship, he's going to have to push it. Cam Dario, so now some left side damage. You see that right there on that number 8. It was a clean truck up until I don't even know when here. And now that truck looks like it's seen the side of another one. The thing about trying to play your strategy toward the end of the race is they're very fast drivers. And I'm curious if they're just trying to keep out of it. But you're going to have to really play the numbers here. If you think about what's happening, 62 of 34. When we go back to green flag racing here, they're going to have roughly 74 laps. I think it's what it was, not 74 laps, 68, 69 laps to go. It's enough for a green flag pit stop. And depending on who the driver is, we'll see what happens. Casey's going to stay out here. Joseph Thompson back here as well. Thompson should be your lucky dog. He should get one of those laps back. Spicy here to come in. He's going to get some of that damage fixed. So is the 10. Looks like Brad Dove having some issues with the right side of that truck. 76 getting down and dirty into the bottom. It's hard to get around this racetrack when you're so spread out and not see any kind of damage. I mean, it's interesting. 4 sets of tires. Striker coming in from the back of the field. You see the difference on these trucks and what 2 tires and 4 tires are going to take. Striker's going to have to, I was going to say, he's going to have to take 4 tires. See if he makes up any of that ground here. Coming off pit road, he'll come out 13th. He went in 16th. He'll come out 13th because of that pit stall. And have his teammate John Hammond behind him. Bobby G's going to come out as well, up 9. Robert's up 20. Came in, took fuel, and I think that's fuel only. He came into that second stage, ran a little bit of tires. He took right sides, I'm not quite sure. 4 sets of tires only, so they got enough. Most of the drivers have come to pit road twice. Robert's has come in 3 times, so he's going to have to run a little bit of this racetrack without tires here. We'll see what happens as they continue to go. Robert's notorious for the Robert's Award, a.k.a. the biggest mover of the race award. See if he's saved anything. His fastest lap of 34.03. About half a second off the fastest lap of the race ran by TJ Krober, 33.58. Anything can happen. Anything can happen. Each race is ran a little different, that's for sure. Only about a half dozen drivers getting below the 33.8 mark on the lap times, on their fastest lap times. At least as of yet, that could change at any moment. Pettit, the legend, continues. For VIP Tire and Service, ready to go. Adam Pettit, TJ Krober, Daniel Dow, Hartung, Nixon, digging into the corner. Love to see it. It's stop time for your drivers here. .14.5 seconds for Adam Pettit, 14.6 for Grover. Daniel Dow, 14.2. That's how long they were on pit lane. 43.8 for Pettit, 44.1 for Krober. Daniel Dow, a little slower, Hartung there as well. Drivers in the 45s, the drivers that really, really try to keep within that relative, keep themselves out of that speeding zone. Last time they were on pit road before this last pit stop. How many tires they ran? 34 laps. Pace car is going to dive in. The final stage, the final race. The Chop Shop Racing League VIP Tire and Service Truck Series. Ready to go. Pettit digs. Green flag waves. Drivers with the green numbers are your championship drivers. Drivers with the orange numbers are the best of the rest championship drivers. And they're all competing for that name, that title, the championship, the 2023 Season 1 champion for the Chop Shop Racing Series. And I tell you what, they've done a fantastic job all year long trying to keep the race interesting, keep the racing up to par. And a 17-race season with a playoff structure has been absolutely fantastic. DJ Krober, Adam Pettit still digging side by side. You'll see the 21 still try to run the race line. 17 able to control both of those lanes right now. 15 has a little edge on that second lane. 21's going to try to dig up. 15 up near the wall. If I'm the 21, I want to settle up in line for a little bit. If the 15's going to be here, just let the 15 be here. Hartung's going to be there. It's hard to defend that race line. Fastest lap of the race, Mark O'Dell, 33.54. Little Hot Wheels action was a part of the championship until last week as well. Nine to the 98. 98's dropping hard here. 34.29 was his last lap. He's about a second. I'm sorry, 3/4 of a second off the pace. He's going to need to maintain those tires for quite a while. 88 to the bottom side. Stryker having to move forward now. A lot of different strategies and a lot of room. And room for error, there is none. Homestead is an unforgiving track. And it's very easy to wreck to the infield or wreck to the inside of the race line and have a caution not come out in your favor. 88, 16, 75. 98 to the high side. Daniel Dow runs his fastest lap of the race. Got himself around the 15 at TJ Krober as Krober falls back here. Happened on 68. Something happened right there. Hartung was there. Seeing drivers get around the 15. Some tire-saving moments here. Maybe thinking about what he needs to do. Nathan Nixon trying to track down Daniel Dow. The closest Nixon's been since the second half start earlier. 17, 14, 21, 38, 15. 11 of Brandon Porter trying to dig into the mix as well. Robert's back to 16th now. About 48 laps is the magic number here. 76. Like he had hit a bump there. It almost looked like he had gotten into the 98. 98 of Chris Roberts is dropping here. He may have to come in for tires and fuel sooner rather than later. Bob Garofalo, he is dropping to 17. Not necessarily a race pace you want to see. Pettit, Hartung, Dow, the top three. Hartung trying to take the lead from the high side. Has been patient pretty much all race. Been slowly working his way back up through the field. Dropped back to about the 12-13 spot. Has worked himself back up to second. Up 5 from the start of the race. Now 6 as he tries to take over the lead from the 17. Hartung to the bottom. Colby, a threat for next season to take over a championship. He's going to change that lane. He's going to run the higher side here. 17 to the bottom side. 17 trying to work that race line. 14 is going to have a run off the corner. 17 to take the lane. The battle for the lead rages on. 14 drops in. If I'm Adam Pettit, run the long run. He was way fast on the long run. Hartung at the racetrack. Takes over the lead. Kobe Hartung takes over on lap 74. And he hold on to it, though, as Adam Pettit drops back down to the bottom side. Hartung was faster on the long run, or on the short run, halfway through his race line. Now we're going to be able to see if he's going to be able to do it on the longer haul here. 59 laps to go in this race. And it's been a pretty clean one. Headed to the bottom sides. Not going to be able to slide up on Hartung here. Hartung's going to be able to battle back as Adam Pettit was able to do so earlier. Kobe Hartung's going to be able to do the same thing. Pettit tries to drop on the corner. Hartung utilizing the outside lane, run to the higher side. This is a high line running track similar to Kansas and Iowa. We'll see if the 17 can pull some of the draft back. Colby goes to drop a little bit here, but doesn't give a lot of that room. Still running the high side. Adam Pettit still runs the bottom side here. They're trying to pull alongside the 14. 14-17. At any point, Colby could drop into the bottom side here and probably disrupt the race line of the 17. But a good little side-by-side racing for these two. Colby out of the link out there. Daniel Dow having an impressive drive off. Stryker still off 10 from the start of the race. Has got a lot of work cut out for him. So does Cam Dario. Cam having to race his way back to the front. It's John Hammond right there with him. A chase format can make your final race stressful. 17 to the bottom side, once again trying to battle for the lead. Joseph Grijalva up 14. He went from the back to the front now as he tries to work his way forward. A little Stuart Haas CNC action for that Ford. A little left rear damage there. And he might have a little nose damage as well. It's flattened out just a touch. Pettit, Hartung side by side once again. The less you have to turn the wheel, the better off you are. Look at Daniel Dow. He is now up into the mix. Colby Hartung on the high side. Adam Pettit still running the bottom side. Daniel Dow closes in the distance. Hartung back on the outside, leading straightaway after straightaway. We take a look at what the 21's doing here. 17 might clear the 14 here for it. Nope, 14 has the race line. If I'm Daniel Dow, you know that Hartung can clear. Or do you put it 3 wide? I don't think that's the right move here. 21 going to take all the draft away. 14 back to the high side. Colby Hartung doing a phenomenal job here of just maintaining the lead from the high side. 17's almost got to pull a slide job off here as Daniel Dow drops to the bottom side. Brad Doug going to pit lane. 44 laps to go. Some drivers may be thinking about coming to pit lane earlier. It's because the damn thing. Because SDK had an issue earlier. That's why it said that. I had it all changed, and then SDK had an issue. I had to reset everything, so there you go. Now that's what it is. Championship. Homestead Miami Speedway. Not funny. 14. Oh, 21. 14 to drop to the inside. Pettit trying to take back over the outside lane, and now the 14 goes back to work. 21's going to be there. Colby Hartung, Daniel Dow. Hartung up the race line, back to the inside. I'm not sure why Colby Hartung never took the air off of the 17. He ran the high side the entire time. And now Adam Pettit goes back to work. I just had to click refresh on my end, and it fixed it. Pettit, Hartung, Dow. And now Adam Pettit takes back over the lead here. Daniel Dow over the back bumper of Colby Hartung. You missed the beginning portion of this race, folks. You missed all the issues we were having early on. We've had some good racing so far. The 15 of Kroger tries to close back down to Adam Pettit. to get here. All right, 21 race season, that's what it was. To get here, TJ Krober with 3 wins. Adam Pettit only with 1 win. And quite often we've seen with Homestead that you almost need to win it to ensure that you get it. Daniel Dow in second, Hartung back to third. Krober's going to be in fourth. TJ Krober has 3 wins. Cam Dario has 3 wins. Michael Madden, 5 wins, not in the final 4. Stryker was second in the standings and led the regular season points and did not have a Truck Series win. And no doubt it's probably going to take a win here for Stryker, or at least the ability to drive himself to the front. Brad Dove leaving pit lane, having some issues. There's the 17, Daniel Dow. The second off the pace, was faster than Adam Pettit there for a while. And Colby Hartung battling the outside. That third lane is very dangerous on the tires. There's the 38 of Nathan Nixon to the bottom side. That high side, if you can run the high side, run it. I mean, it's a great way to have a momentum kind of race. But you burn your tires up trying to run that higher side. It's like that second lane is the magic lane. Pettit and Dow. Nathan Nixon equally spaced, and right now Colby Hartung trying to go back at it to the inside of the 38. But is it too little too late for that area right there? 45 laps to go this time by. 14 slides up. There's the 15 of Krober back to the inside. One driver at a time getting around Colby here. Rohalva up inside the top 16. I'm sorry, up 15 in 6, trying to get to the top 5. You see some drivers in front of 14 taps the wall there. That's it's unfortunate for Colby. We'll see how that works. Rohalva digs into the corner there in front of Brandon Porter. Stryker up to 8th. Running right near the wall. And trying to do all that he can to get it. They call it the Larson line. That's what he's doing. 44 laps to go. We'll take a hydrate break, folks. If you haven't done so, make sure you do so as well. Reach up, hit the like, follow, subscribe button, Facebook, Twitch, YouTube. And I will be right back. Green flag pit stops changing. Drivers holding on for a little different look. And right now, Nathan Biggert, race leader. Redkin, 9.5, 10 seconds behind him. Anthony Shook trying to make some things happen as well. Mark Odell was the first driver to jump in and take his pit cycle. Right now has Adam Pettit in the 17, close at hand. Cam Dario came in on 94. John Hammond on 96. And times are starting to level out, but right now Adam Pettit came in at 101. A lot of drivers trying to take advantage of the tire cycle. Stryker at 11th, came in at 100. Ran his fastest lap of the race, 33.56. Holy cow! Ryan Porter giving us a like out there as well. Congrats again to the Hogan fam. John sneaking up in there incognito. He's trying to. You were rooting for Stryker, but it's not looking promising. I tell you what, anything can happen. He did save a set of right sides. So if this thing runs down to about 10 to go, and there's a caution, well, he's going to be able to do something with it. Grijalva runs the fastest lap of the race, 33.53 this time by. He's up inside the top 12. Biggert comes to pit road. Tires and fuel coming his way. Mark Redkin's going to be your race leader. 2.5 seconds, 2.4 seconds back as Anthony Shook. Give it on 62. Stryker inside the top 10, 19.5 back. 6 seconds off the pace of Adam Pettit. Pettit came in at 100. I'm sorry, 101. 1.5 back from Mark Odell. And is closing down pretty heavily here. 9 in third. Anthony Shook still needs to come to pit road. So does Mark Redkin. 30 laps to go. It's not impossible for the driver to figure out where he needs to be. But Bob Garofalo, he is already coming to pit road. He came in at 103. Going to be a lap down to Mark Redkin. John Kosher comes in on 101. Roberts came in at 100. Took tires and fuel. Going to be a lap down as well. And it's devastating for Roberts because Roberts had a fast truck all race long. Now he's got a lot of work to do to be able to get himself back up in the mix. These are your drivers. Redkin to pit road. Anthony Shook, your race leader. It's been a phenomenal race, folks. A phenomenal race. Mark Odell first of the drivers to take tires and fuel. Right now a second separates he and Adam Pettit. 7 lap fresher tires for the 9 to the 17. So the 17 a little bit more. He's looking about a half a second a lap faster than Mark Odell. Mark Odell, 34.25. Anthony Shook, 36-second lap. Anthony's going to need to come to pit road. He's going to have to find his way down. There's the 12 on the bottom side, giving up some line to the race leader. 98 around the 23 to get his lap back here. 23 is going to stay out one more time. 25 laps to go, brought to you by Admin Boxx with 2X's.com. Go check them out. They've got a huge lineup of button boxes that you should check out. Make it part of your repertoire today. Admin Boxx with 2X's.com. Make sure you use Chop Shop in that description. There's a link in the description for all the folks involved in this series and how they help and what they do. Go check out the Facebook page for the VIP Tire and Service. There's Odell. He's going to take over the lead. He might be able to lead a lap here. Is going to be able to do so. 17 is going to drop in very heavily, very quickly. So a lap led for Mark Odell, but not for long as Adam Pettit drops into the corner. Going to take it over. I'm here in driver's squall. Anthony Shook takes his pit stop here. He's going to be in on pit road. First driver off the lead lap's going to be in 20th. It's going to be Greg Whitehead here. Jerry Culver trying to get himself a little extra room here as well. The 80, got a decent looking truck. Semi-clean is going to be a lap down right now. He is still 6.3 seconds back from Greg Whitehead. Anthony Shook leaving pit road now. A little right side damage for the 2311 Iracing Logitech Chevy Silverado. The Fluff God is what it is. The with two E's. I like it. Go find him on Twitch. Pettit commanding the lead. Daniel Dow in third. Giving a 101. Stryker into fourth. 38 of Nathan Nixon trying to get the best of the rest championship. He is working on tracking down this driver right here. Drivers in orange, best of the rest championship. Drivers in green, the Truck Series championship, all on the line. Stryker to the outside of Nixon. Strickland needs 22 solid laps, and he needs a miracle right now to be able to make it happen. 88 there to the outside. Ammon's going to be in in seventh. I don't know what my relative was doing there. There's Grijalva up inside the top 7, up 15, biggest mover of the race. Michael Madden's here in the 29. Side by side with the 66 of Caffrey. Caffrey into the race line, trying to keep himself off of the wall. They're running each other tight. 29 to drop into the corner. 66 runs the second lane. Back to the back. 29 to try to clear here. Madden up 15. Grijalva up 15. Brandon Porter inside the top 10. He's going to be up 8. Clean truck. Good looking truck. Moving up so far. Robert's in 18th. Going to be able to try to close into Mark Redkin here. As my Cardinal homie. That's the right truck he should be wearing each week. I'm just saying. I'll send it to the marketing team over at St. Louis. Got it in there. I know somebody. Cardinals would be proud seeing him out there. Up 10 spots from the start of the race. Pettit started second. Stryker, who saved early, finds himself 4.8 seconds off the pace of Adam Pettit. Needs to close down just a little bit more over the next 19 laps. Has been on defense the first portion of the race, basically until roughly about the pit stop. When the green flag pit stop happened, he had made up some of the ground. Right now, he's really going to have to push that truck as much as he can. 38 to the inside. Championship hopes on the line. Daniel Dow in front of these two. The more they fight, the more Daniel can say, well, you got it. He likes seeing what they're doing. Dow closing in the pace to Pettit. Under 4 seconds, now 17 laps to go. Adam Pettit, 34.70, able to relax the truck. 2.8 seconds the difference now. A second between he and Daniel Dow. Battle for second closing in. About a second now as Daniel Dow tries to drop in just a little bit more here. Mark Odell just off the pace. Gave it a 94. Tires and fuel, just 7 lap difference on what he's got going on. And right now, Daniel Dow closing in. Stryker getting some shout-outs. Come on, Stryker. Sitting in 5th, Nathan Nixon to clear here. As the battle for 3rd looks as such, and that is for the best of the rest championship. Daniel Dow to the bottom side to take over 2nd. 9 to 3rd. Nathan Nixon closing in. 15 laps to go, and it's all coming down to the wire. Michael Strickland in 5th. Joseph Grijalva hot on his tail. Adam Pettit, 14. Solid laps is what he needs. 3.7 seconds, and he just needs to maintain the gap. Strickland to take over 4th as Odell gets passed by 2 drivers. Top 5 night for Grijalva. Not a bad night, considering he's up 16, your biggest mover of the race. Right now, Michael Madden trying to get to Colby Hartung. Hartung had a solid truck early on. Burned up the tires early when he was fighting for the lead, and now he's trying to work his way back forward. Brandon Porter's going to be up 9 right in front of him. There's the 23 of Anthony Shook trying to get a lap back. He came in on 110. Does have better tires, but that's that lap time to go a lap down. 23 there to the back bumper to the 11. 23 goes to the outside. 11's going to be there on the inside. 23 doing a great job of keeping themselves side by side. Adam Pettit, smooth sailing. 23 to the outside. New tires to get around. 11's going to be able to pull the draft of him if he just slide up right behind the 23. Oh, 23 to the wall. 11 digs. 14 of Hartung right behind him. Mark Odell in the 9th spot. 12 to go. Shop Racing Series. We'll be back in action on Friday night. We will only have, after this week, we will only have races on Fridays and Saturdays. For a little while. Tomorrow night, another championship race. It's going to be the Winston's Throwback Series Championship. For Kevin Safoy has a large point lead going into the race. But anything can happen. We'll be back at Homestead tomorrow. Double feature for us at Homestead this week. Pettit, Dow, Nixon, Strickland, Grijalva will be your top 5. Krober, Hammond, Odell, Porter, Madden. Your top 10 so far with 10 laps to go. 4 seconds separate the 2 drivers. As Daniel Dow is going to have to hold off Nathan Nixon for the best of the rest championship. Right now, a second separates those 2. We'll take a look at the last 5 laps for these 2 drivers. Dow better on 20 through 22. Nixon better on 23. 24 goes to Dow. We will see this time by. $125 goes to the way of Nixon. But not by much. He's going to need faster laps. Stryker losing ground here. Had to run as fast as he could. I knew that he was trying to do something early to protect the truck. But much better if he can keep himself out front. He's a fast driver, and now he's had to rebound himself. His lap time's not able to hold on because of how he has had to run. 34.974. The leader's last time, 34.80. He's had to burn the tires off to get himself where he's at right now. Top 5 nights, not a bad night, but that's a lot of heavy driving. Right now, TJ Krober outpacing John Hammond in front of him. Grijalva sees Krober just a little bit better behind him. So maybe Krober trying to close in for a top 5. 8 laps to go. This is all about saving. And right now, the 98 of Chris Robert is looking to go a lap down to the 17. Robert's had a strong truck tonight. And Chris looking, I know he's looking for that top 5 kind of night. And he's got the 16 in front of him here. That's Sean Kosher. I tell you what, they've really got their work cut out for them, especially this next season. 98 to the inside of the 16. An opportunity here, maybe for some lap traffic to slow up the pace of Adam Pettit. 45 in front of the 16. 98 will be side by side with the 45. 17 to the bottom side. 98 is going to clear the 45. So Roberge picks up one spot. 45 is already a lap down. As Davin Asuna back here, he is trying to improve his craft on league racing as well. Pettit to battle side by side with the 98. 98 to the high side. 98 trying to stay on that lead lap. Roberge has had better handling on his truck. He's kept it clean, but he might succumb to being a lap down, though, as he runs that higher side, giving the 17 a little bit of room here. He's going to burp the throttle, let the 17 go. 98 will be in tow. First driver, one lap down. Mark Redkin in 16th, the next driver to track down. 5 laps to go. And the battle for second is going to be heating up here as the 21 is about to be under fire from that driver right there, Nathan Nixon, closing in. 5 laps to go for the Best of the Rest championship. Adam Pettit, smooth sailing. He's going to have, if this thing stays green, Adam Pettit's going to be your champion. But the Best of the Rest coming down to the best racing that we've seen this part of the later part of the season. Daniel Dow, Nathan Nixon, 4 laps to go. Can Nathan Nixon take it away from the 21? And can the 21 hold on? .38 in tow. 45 right there. 21 to drop in. 21 to the outside. Nathan Nixon right there in tow as well. Adam Pettit makes it 3 laps to go. Daniel Dow, 0.2 of a second difference. Nathan Nixon digs the second lane. Egg shapes the corner, runs the second lane. Closes into the back bumper of the 21. 38 to drop in, 21 to the bottom side, 38 into the inside lane. Both drivers to the bottom side, dirty air, 16th of a second, 38 to close in, 2 to go. Adam Pettit to make the race line work, 21 taking the line away from the 38. 38's going to have a run off the corner here. Battle for second as such. Adam Pettit comes around turn 4. White flag waves for the final lap here at Homestead Miami Speedway VIP Tire and Service Championship race. Daniel Dow crossing the start-finish line, 5.5 back. Nathan Nixon descended. He's going to have to do something here. Back straightaway is going to be his best friend. Adam Pettit into 3. Around the corner, Daniel Dow. Nathan Nixon. Nathan Nixon to try to make a pass on the bottom here. Dow tied off the corner. Side by side to the lead. Daniel Dow will take the Best of the Rest championship by just a fraction. We'll have to double check with Iracing. Pettit, though, is your champion. Adam Pettit dominates Homestead Miami Speedway. Wins the race, wins the championship. And a fantastic one. One win all season long. And now the 17, it's to celebrate a little bit more. Whoop. That's a race info. Race results, according to Iracing, Daniel Dow takes it by 1/1000th of a second over Nathan Nixon. 1/1000th of a second. That's how close the Best of the Rest championship was right there. Second and third as Adam Pettit celebrates Daniel Dow, second and third to Nixon. Stryker finishes in fourth, Grijalva fifth. Krober's going to finish sixth, Madden seventh, Biggert eighth, Hammond ninth. Brandon Porter's going to finish 10th. Garofalo's going to be in 13th, Mark Reckin 15th. Anthony Shook down to 18th. Let's take a look at the rest of the race results here for you. It's not found. Something's going on with that. I don't know why that's happening. Something happening with the SDK Gaming. Question mark. Not sure. We will refresh that. So bear with me. Not sure what's going on. So we will I don't know. SDK's doing something weird. We're going to figure it out. Let's see if some things are going to show up for you folks. I'm not quite sure what's going on and why it's not working again. However, bear with me. Give me a second here, okay? Let me pull it up here. See if things will refresh for you. It doesn't matter. We're gonna talk to him. It's gonna mess up. We're gonna figure it out. We'll talk to we'll talk to the drivers. Adam Pettit's gonna be your 2023 series champion here for the Chop Shop Racing Series. Adam, congratulations! You pretty much dominated the race here, and that green flag pit stop was epically made. Perfect timing, great execution, able to maintain the pace, maintain the gap, and keep yourself out front. Walk me through this one, and first and foremost, congratulations.
Hell yeah, man. Champion. No, that was I put in a lot of practice. I ran against the AI. I put them on Alien, and I mean they demolished me, but that was the only way I was going to figure out how to get better. And this track was it was so much about, saving the tires and keeping the track position, because passing here is brutal. As you saw there, I think me and the 14 went, back and forth for like, 10 laps. That you get the run on the high side, but the bottom, obviously you make up that distance in the turn, so it's just back and forth and just trying to save those tires. And I know Stryker and Cam saved a set there in stage 2. They felt like a rock, and I was just praying there at the end that there wasn't going to be a caution, and thank goodness there wasn't. And was able to come home first, and then obviously have my two teammates, Danny and Nathan, finish top 3 as well. And congrats to Danny on the Best of the Rest championship. But yeah, just so much preparation went into this practice. Pit stops, 2 tires, field, no field, just kind of all the different scenarios. I tried to run it through my head, and finally one of the first times it's actually paid off. I don't know if I'll be able to do this every week, but man, it feels great to come out here and win.
Well, to look at the stats coming in, you only had 1 race win. That's what locked you into the playoffs to begin with. And then to turn around and just kind of have to battle your way in, you keep yourself up there in the top 5. You keep yourself in those positions, and looking at how the races have played out, you've you had to step up, and today you found your rhythm, and what a great way to do it. I mean, somebody, and this is the way Homestead is. This is why I like Homestead. Usually the way championships races have worked out, even in NASCAR, you've had to win Homestead to win the championship, not just in NASCAR, but of course a lot of the leagues that I've called. And today you did just that, and I'm sure this one means something because it's the first one for the Chop Shop Racing Series. You get to do it for a good primary sponsor, and not only that, you get to have the bragging rights going to the next season.
Yeah, no, this was awesome. Stryker and Hammond, they run a great league, and a big shout out to VIP Tires and Service, because without them, what we're all doing here right now would not be able to come to fruition. So big shout out to them, and shout out to all the drivers for keeping this race clean. This race can kind of be a caution fest sometimes, especially on old tires, and doing green flag pit stops. Obviously we have stages, so that really helps the pit stops there, and everyone was on their P's and Q's to not bring out a caution there during pit stops, and just kind of let the race run its course. Obviously, I'm sure there's other drivers that wish that caution would have come out, but I'm very thankful that it didn't. So hats off to every single one of these drivers out here tonight.
It was a great race, and it looked like it was a ton of fun. Homestead's just a lot of fun for me. I like this racetrack over Phoenix, even though I know Phoenix is kind of like a staple now. I don't like the changes, and I don't like the dogleg. I think that dogleg causes more wrecks than it's needed to, but that's personal opinion, personal preference. I mean, I'd love to see it go back to old Atlanta. That would be,
yes.
The bumpier, the better. That's what I think these trucks are meant for. But Adam, give a shout out to my man. Congratulations, 2023 Truck Series champion for the VIP Tire and Service Truck Series here at Chop Shop Racing.
Thank you. Yeah. Big shout out to Sean Kozier and Alan Kozier over there at Anything EC for jumping on this truck for the season. Thank you so much to them guys. They were, very crucial in, providing me with a lot of the stuff that I need to race here. Obviously, you over there at Signature Esports, you put on a killer broadcast. I love watching them every single week, even when I myself don't do very good. And obviously, last but not least, VIP Tires and Service. Again, without them, we wouldn't all be here right now doing this, on the broadcast and all that kind of stuff. So thank you to them. And I think that pretty much covers it.
Boy, I tell you what, my mic likes to shut off when I don't want it to. That's it's awesome. It's a fantastic mic, but apparently you do that. Congratulations once again, and it was a great segue into what I was moving on into, and but you know what, it's okay. I can talk to myself, and it sounded good for me. So, Adam, congratulations once again. I look forward to seeing you the next season, and much love to enjoy the Truck Series off season, so to speak.
Will do. Thank you very much. I appreciate it, sir.
Always 17 comes home victory lane with a championship run. Let's talk to not only your P2 finisher, but to the best of the rest champion, number 21, Daniel Dow, by 1,000th of a second. The closest margin for a championship I've ever called. I know it's the runner-up championship, so to speak.
The best of the rest, yeah.
But you guys had the better race happening, and it looked like it was developing. What made you decide in 3 and 4 to try to push yourself to the outside?
I didn't mean to. I knew Nathan was coming, and I figured he's going to drive it in hard and give it all he's got to give it one last shot. And he didn't, and I did. And whenever I did, I pushed up. He stayed patient and kept on the bottom. And the momentum from the high side at the very last second let me pull it out. It was so close.
It was, if I went back, hold on, now I got to go back and look at it. Hold on, back up. We got to go back a lap. Folks, you're going to see the dreaded behind the scenes stuff here and how things work. Let me do this. Let's go back to that last lap here. This is, let me drop this down, get rid of this. Let's bring this up. This is how we take beautiful screenshots in iRacing, folks. Okay, maybe not so beautiful, but If I'm looking at where the start finish line is right here, you can see these trucks and just how much fruition this happens. Let me just bound this forward. Here is literally the finish at the line. There's the two trucks side by side. Let me go ahead a couple of frames. Look at that. Look at that. That is your, I mean, you could have a ruler and say, I don't know, but Iracing scored it in your favor. There is more white showing on the bottom side than it is on the top side. So look at that. Isn't that insane? That is your freaking, that's crazy. That is crazy.
That was. Tell
me about this race. I mean, you had a strong truck. You had a great truck all race long. Green flag pit stop seemed like that was everybody's downfall. Folks trying to save a set and then trying to push things. It just seemed like you were just on that even that feel that level playing field where you just kind of had to put yourself up there. You've always been kind of that top 5 truck that we've seen all season long. And then, occasionally some people just kind of knock you out of the park, but the season, walk me through what it means to have the best of the rest. I know some people may not think it means much, but you guys had your own battle going into this.
Well, yeah, for sure. I had to miss several races because I was adminning in another league, so I really didn't get the opportunity to race all the time. And to come in and have a shot to win the best of the rest championship was awesome. And man, if it wasn't for my teammates, half of us practiced on Sunday or Monday. I can't remember what it was. It was Sunday. And then we come and did some more practicing last night. Well, the first night we were all running the high side. Then Adam, he come in and just waxed our tail and had better tire wear running the bottom side. Mm-hmm. So we had to relearn everything last night again. So, and then just today was just patience. I think it was the 14 truck. He come up there on that second stint, and I told Adam in Discord, I was like, he's coming. Let him, don't just let him go. Don't burn your stuff up, and we'll get back by him. And sure enough, that's exactly the way it played out. You just had to be really dedicated to patience on this thing.
Eyesight is a great line for this racetrack, but I talked about it in the early race that this track doesn't run according to what NASCAR runs.
No, definitely not.
The high side in iRacing chews your tires up worse than anything else, but it's not supposed to, because you're supposed to be able to drive around the outside of this racetrack straighter than you can the bottom. But here's of lately, since they've changed Homestead Miami Speedway, they haven't really updated a lot of what NASCAR has been doing. They've changed it to, you need to drop in and run the bottom side to save tire, even though, you're actually scrubbing more tire by dropping into a flat surface.
For sure. And hopefully they get that fixed to where it equals it out some, because like I said, thanks to Adam, he was a huge help this week teaching us what we needed to be doing. And that's just a testament to our team. I mean, it doesn't matter if one person's fast, we all help each other get to where that one person is. And we have done it week in and week out. And like I said, some weeks we got the results to show for it. Some of them we don't, but we really work together very well as a team. I'm very proud of that.
Well, it shows up to teammates. Teammates are champions. I mean, that's not only is that an individual win for both of you, but you both take home the two sides of the pot here.
For sure. And then Nathan, like I said, that's as close as you can get for third. That was awesome.
Yeah, I mean, he could have reached out and high-fived you across the start-finish line, regardless of who won that one. That'd have been cool. Daniel, always a pleasure, man. Congratulations. Best of the rest champion for the VIP Tire and Service Truck Series here in 2023. It's the first season of this, so we're going to see more and more action for the trucks coming up for the Chop Shop Racing Series. Give your shout-outs, and once again, congratulations.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much. Just want to say shout out to Sean Kozier. He's the captain of our team, Sparkle and Shine. They do a great job. Thanks to just my teammates, like I said, working with each other every single week as hard as we do is just a testament to this whole team, and I look forward to next year.
It's going to be a ton of fun, Daniel. Go celebrate with your team.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you, buddy.
Always. Daniel Dow, P2 finisher and the best of the rest champion. Let's talk to third place finisher tonight, but not by much. Holy ever loving. I didn't know who was going to win. You and your teammates put on a great show, but I tell you what, not only did you put on a great show, but you put on a great finish for second.
Yeah, I wanted to give him a heck of a run, but I thought I was actually planning it a little different, and then he drove it in too hard, so I had to cut down. I wanted the high line, so he messed up and did it right. But it was a great night. Fun run.
That was a happy mistake by him. I think that's how he was kind of describing it. He was like, I didn't mean to send it in that hard. I didn't even want to run the high side. I was trying to run the bottom side to take, and I mean, teammates or not, at the end of the day, we're talking a championship next to, another quote unquote P2 finish. You finished third in the race. I mean, you had the closest battle for our champion, our season champion. It was 7 seconds back. So this was a great end to a race where I was like, the best of the rest was better than the regular championship, because we got to see a good battle there at the end. The other guys talked about it. I talked about it with them. But what's your takeaway from a season that you can build with this? I know that you guys are teammates, but individually, the individual awards for championship are huge. But what can you take away from it individually as well, and moving on into the next cycle or into the next season, and other leagues that you may be dropping into? Where do races like this play on your iRacing career?
This was probably the best finish to a season I've ever had. Not only finishing the race, but at least contending up there for something. We came into the season late, and I had a few really bad races, just bad luck. But what I'm definitely taking away is practice, which sometimes for me is a huge challenge. I got a almost 13-month-old, and so iRacing has taken a massive backseat. So, but practice for this one is what I definitely did more than I have the rest. So I'm looking forward to next season, putting a little more time in and starting from the beginning. And I really think I might be in the Final Four contending next season.
Well, it's always good to see where progress changes. I mean, we see different winners. We've seen different people. I mean, look at Stryker. He won the regular season points championship, didn't win a single race all season, finished second in the the regular season standings. And that's where any of this can change, and one race can make or break a season. But Nathan, you did a phenomenal job today. Congratulations. You've been strong all season. It's good to see you get up there, finish inside the top three, and take something big away, especially having a 1/1000th of a second place finish for the championship today. That was insane to see. And but give a shout out to my man. Congratulations, P3 finish tonight.
Awesome. Thank you very much. Just want to thank Car Candy and Anything E-Seeds, the sponsors. Same guy sponsors all my stuff, so he's the reason I'm doing all this. So thank you very much.
Oh, I got to tell you guys to always thank your significant others. You have to do that. It's like the most important thing, because eventually they're going to go back and be like, "Why did you thank me?"
Yeah. I always forget. I don't have the stickers yet, because I haven't had enough of these finishes to need the sponsor stickers, so I don't forget. So I might have to do that.
There you go. I like it, man. Nathan, congratulations, man. We'll see you next season. Good luck, and go have some fun.
Awesome. Thank you very much, sir.
Always 38 comes home. P3, P2 in the Best of the Rest Championship. And again, congratulations to your 2023 season champion for the VIP Tire and Service Series. This was a great race, and the Dallas, Texas native comes home in victory lane. Second win all season. The first race locked him into the playoffs, and he has not looked back since, and he did a great job tonight. So congratulations to him. Congratulations to the Chop Shop Racing Series and the Truck Series for knocking it out of the park. This Truck Series has been insane. Gets incredible views each and every week, and it's probably one of the one thing that I like about Tuesday Night Racing is that trucks are the way to go. And if I'm with Chop Shop another season, if they'll have me back or they're going to have me back, then I would love to see them continue the trucks on Tuesdays, because I think it just fits. And it's just the way. And if they don't, then I would love to have another truck series. But I always look for the opportunity to Chop Shop. They've had me for quite a while, and I love what they're doing, and I support everything that they do, and I know that they've supported me in more ways than you folks could ever imagine. So, Winston Throwback Series is going to be back here at Homestead tomorrow. Iracing is a platform for sim racing. Make sure you go to iracing.com. Start up your account today. Make sure you check out VIP Tire and Service or go to VIPauto.com. Find the West Lebanon store in New Hampshire. That is store 62. Amazing store. Go see Mark Creighton over there. We love him. We appreciate him. Thank you to Mar RC for race control in this fantastic season. Thank you to Admin Boxx, Ballastas, B&B Music, and Track Racer. All of the folks that are out there supporting the Chop Shop Racing Series. We'd love to see more out of it. And as their season ends and I find better ways to do things and more impressive ways to do things, we'll start looking at what drivers are doing and how to get them engaged and involved in some more cool stuff. I want to make production out of this if I'm going to continue to do it, and I want it to be good. I'm also going to be bringing on a second person into the broadcast booth consistently each day, because I want to have somebody here to fill you in on what's going on if I need to step away, because there's just lots going on in my house, and I want to make sure that I'm good to go. And then there's that timeline in which I have to take things, so it's insane, but these guys are awesome. Great season, Jay. Absolutely. Show me, I appreciate you. They better have you back. We love it. I love you guys too. I appreciate everybody. Pettit is the champ. Yes, he is. Congratulations to Adam. Anthony says next season you're coming for that. I love it. Mark, give us some shout outs as well. Congratulations once again. A phenomenal season in the books. We're going to move on. Winston Throwback tomorrow. Chop Shop's back on Friday and Saturday for the Cup Series and the Xfinity Series. There's some more racing going on still with the Chop Shop Racing Series. I encourage you to check out chopshopiracing.com. Make sure that you go and you sign up for the Xfinity Series. They're looking for drivers to fill some slots over there. I would love to see more drivers on Saturdays. It's about 4 p.m. Eastern when the green flag drops. So make sure that you go check them out. Be good, be safe, be kind to one another. I love it. It's a great season. We'll see you in the next one.